Has slavery ended?
No, not
No,
really.
of course not.
It's just different.
No.
Yeah, it's just different.
So you turning around and saying that, you know what, you're not blaming them. They're still benefiting from it now.
They are, but there's an
So that
economy and
needs to stop.
but there's a build, there's a way to build to get to the part of the utopia that we're talking about. You cannot just turn and say, I can't turn and say, well, you lot in the room, just forgive them. It's done. And you lot say, oh, we're forgiving them. It's fine. We're going to draw this line in the sand and it's all done. That's not going to happen because you're still going to go home and tell your son and you're going to tell your son, yo, but let me tell you about the savories and what they used to do.
Yeah.
And then when you do that and he's like, oh, is it? So you're still infecting the herd.
No, do you know why we tell them?
1 second,
I'm
really,
infecting
1 second.
my
I
herd.
want to come back to the point.
Albert Monkey.
The reason why I don't agree with your point is because
We need to learn from history.
millions of enslaved, I don't like using the word slaves because these people were enslaved. Millions of enslaved Africans jumped off the ships. They ran into the gunfire. They had no point to play in this charade that you're just going to capture all my people and do what the hell you want to do. This is my stance. In the seas in Grenada, there is a circular structure of statues that are all facing away each other, which pays homage to slaves or enslaved people that jumped into the water to say, I'd rather die than be part of your slave process.
Live one more day in this environment, this condition.
And this statue is put up, which is underwater. You can search it. We'll try and get it on the site. And this just shows why I cannot just say get over it. I can't do that. So my children need to know. Your children need to know. Everyone's children need to know. It doesn't have to define us. We just need to know. And once you know what it does, it arms you with the tomorrow. And this is comes back to the point that Sorelli made to say, well, 1 second, if you are observing a misjustice, we're not saying just pull out the race card immediately
No,
because
of course
that's
not.
what it is. We're saying analyze the situation, understand what racism was and what it could potentially be, and are you in that situation now? And if you are, how do we deal with it? And if it is, as you said, contact the authorities or whoever the hierarchical structure is, then you do that. But what you don't do is sit there and just accept what's going on in that same ignorance that some people have had to do for centuries.
'Cause they didn't know.
And this is the part that I struggle with. Now, allowing it to define us where it suppresses us is where I sit on your side of the fence to say, yes, there is a way to definitely stop blame. We can't turn around and say, I remember I saw this clip, there's a young man, I can't remember his name, he does a YouTube channel where he interviews racists and says, okay, let's talk about racism. And he'll just ask them a silly question like, oh, the immigrants are taking all your jobs, how come? And one guy says, I want to be a doctor. So he goes, do you have a medical degree? He was like, no. He goes, well, how are you going to be a doctor? He goes, I don't know. But they're coming over and taking all our doctor jobs. So it makes the guy look really silly. Anyway, the point is, when you think to yourself that we are here, this is their land, we are in their land, and we have to carve a space out for ourselves. You run your own business. I run my own business. Rain runs his own business. Relly runs his own business. We run our own businesses. This is us carving a space out in our land. In their land, excuse me. Which now we're adopting as part of our land. However, is there enough space for everyone to carve out? No. And when your business hits a certain level and can't move forward, you need to understand potentially why. And if we don't understand why and think it's just going to be okay, we're going to put ourselves in an even bigger problem. Do you get what I mean?
So that same slavery we're talking about, saying has it ended?
Where
It
is
hasn't ended. It's just
psychological?
It's just changed its mask.
Yeah.
And I'm not telling you to go around and hating white folk. No, I've got white friends. It's nothing to do with that. It's being able to say, that you can identify it if it is happening to you. You've got to be able to see something and identify it. If you send your son to school and you're like, you know what, just go to school. I'm not going to tell you nothing about school. If you get punched, you get punched. That's just part of it. Then you're failing him. You've got to arm him with something, teach him. You've got to equip him. You're sending him to war with a gun, no bullets. That's what you're doing to your son when you don't tell him what's going on.
Let's look at a utopia world as you like, all right?
Mhm.
So none of us in the world, no black person and no white person educates them about what happened in the histories and what happened before. None of us do that.
Right.
So now our children are blind to it, all right? Because they don't see it. All it is now is we're just here. What happens next? Is this now not the same said utopia? And again,
Yes,
I did say earlier on, I do believe that we should educate our kids because the people that have made us get to the way we are now, they need not worshipped, what's the word I'm looking for? They need to be praised, they need to be celebrated. That's the word I was looking for. All right. And I believe that. All right. However, like I just said to you, if we're not sitting there watching The Colour Purple, we're not watching all these Malcolm X and Martin Luther and watching all these other stuff, all right, and riling ourselves up, and now the white people aren't doing the same thing and say to us, well, this is what happened in slavery, we should be like this or whatever else not, all right, and they're not doing the same, so we're both now not. They're both now.
You're saying living in ignorance.
Kind of like living.
No,
so we don't think about the kids.
What he's saying is that are you saying it didn't happen?
No, I'm
he's
saying
saying
the kids. We don't tell the
don't
kids.
tell them.
So the kids don't know.
you
None of
hide
black,
history.
white, Asian.
You hide the truth.
They don't know.
You hide the truth.
So what happens now with the kids? What
irony.
happens next?
That's insane. Well, you don't exist.
No, but what happens with the kids? No, it's no.
You missed it.
Yeah.
You missed it.
Look,
That's
look,
brilliant.
Tongo's still buffed. No, you're quite sharp.
Yeah.
To say that you're just not going to teach them, it's just like saying, I'm not going to teach.
In Germany,
No, not Germany.
in Germany, they don't talk about
The Berlin.
Adolf Hitler.
Hitler. Or I'm not going to talk about Hiroshima and Nagasaki when the American bombed. I'm just not going to teach it, just so no one. No, it's impossible. So you're not even talking about a utopia. What you're talking about is, remember that scene in Loki when he's holding the timelines and he's holding 1 billion of them. You're talking about this little one over here.
Just knock that off.
Yeah,
Just let go.
It's not going to happen. It's impossible.